So I believe we have a new little button you have to press if you haven't tuned into it that says you're being recorded, except it's only me. So as long as you don't talk. So I wanted to just reflect on meditation as rest. You know, a lot of people equate the two. Meditation is resting, is relaxation. And I just want you to reflect. Maybe it's not in meditation today, but maybe it's the next time you do. If you consider meditation a part of your rest self-care strategy, let's say. I noticed for myself as a mom of four, as a worker, as a wife, that I'm often stuck in doing mode, right? If I get any empty time, it's like, oh, I've got laundry. Oh, I can go change the sheets, whatever it is, like something I fill it with. And then there's this other side of being mode, right? Where being to me is a sense of rest, where I can be in a state of observation or receptivity without needing to change anything. And so this moment of rest could be simply a moment of pausing, a moment of empty space, a moment with no action. And in many ways, to me, meditation fits into the category of rest. Not necessarily relaxation. So I tend to stay away from the word relaxation because my body tension may or may not change in the practice. But I tend to equate meditation with restfulness or a state of being. And so I just want you to consider that idea. Does meditation fit into the rest strategy for you? Does resting mean it's only laying down, it's being in nature? Because I think to have a good, not a good, maybe a healthy nervous system, a nervous system that can integrate experience, we do need moments of rest and moments where we're not doing. So, as I said, you can take that into your meditation for reflection to see if this appears to be a moment of being and rest, or just let it go and we'll just practice and not think. I tend to enjoy the not thinking part of, and simply the observing part of meditation. That's one of my favorite things. So, all right, so finding a comfortable seat here. Noticing if the bottom feels balanced left to right in its seat. Noticing the arrangement of the shoulders in relation to the hips. If we're going to spend this time doing something, it would be great if it was in good posture. Okay, so the good posture is the crown of the head over the shoulders, shoulders over the hips. The chin may be slightly tucked, depending on your tendency. And take a moment to notice if there's any other adjustments to your posture or even to the room that will help you to gain an inward focus. Notice here any sounds around you. Let the hearing move out into the distance and seek out the most distant sound. Listening to the sound as tones, listening for its directionality. Not analyzing the sound, in a state of observation only. Move the attention to another sound. Noting if the sound starts and stops or is continuous. And moving attention closer to the body. Listening for sounds of the body, digestive noises or breathing. Now moving into the body, noticing any area of tension or holding. Without moving, without trying to change it, notice if by bringing awareness to that spot, anything changes. Noticing if there's a sense of the breath in that area of tension. And connecting with the breath there. Becoming aware of if you're on an inhalation or an exhalation. Following the inhalations and exhalations. And if the mind needs a stronger anchor, counting the breaths. Bringing attention to one point along the cycle of the breath. This may be the belly button center, the center of the chest, or tip of the nose. And using that point to anchor attention. and thoughts may arise, as it's the mind's habit to think. And at the moment you notice thinking, compassionately bring attention back to a single point in the body or on the breath. Staying with the practice, you may notice other things pulling for the attention. Sounds, sensations. And part of the practice is just returning to the anchor. Notice any need to judge the practice or judge your experience or your thoughts, labeling them as good or bad. And rather than getting mixed up in a story, notice this pattern of behavior and return to a physical sensation, breathing, sitting, noting a sensation in the body. Remaining awake and aware, staying with the practice. Mentally noting here if you're feeling like you're in a state of doing the meditation, in a state of being or rest or receptivity. Just noticing if any of those states are in the experience right now. become aware of the body sitting in the seat. Becoming aware of the shape of the body as it sits. Noticing the posture and any physical tension. Bring attention to sensation, the weight of the body in the seat, the hands touching each other, touching the legs. And the feel of the clothes or air on the skin. And expanding attention to imagine yourself in the room, the orientation of the body in the room. And then when you're feeling ready, beginning to introduce movement once again. Dropping the chin and blinking the eyes open. And letting the eyes refocus on the room around you. And if you choose joining us back in the room or continuing the meditation on your own,